Hello, my name is Stephanie, and I felt that it would be a lot easier to make a video for people to look at rather than trying to type everything up in a post. I worked at VIP Kid teaching ESL since 2018 with a full schedule. Whenever I would open time slots, they would typically get filled. And I, like everybody else at VIP Kid, no longer work there. Well, most of us no longer work there because of Chinese regulations that prevent foreign teachers to work in that capacity. Therefore, teachers were forced to look elsewhere. I wasn't really looking for another ESL job. I did like a lot of the perks of VIP Kids, such as really making your own schedule. You can open a slot or not open a slot anytime that you wanted. You made a decent amount of money and you got to wear your pajamas, which was actually kind of a really nice thing. I am a military spouse. Just so everybody knows, I am based in here in Okinawa. I don't want people thinking that I am just a recruiter. There's been some sketchy types posting jobs. This is just for information purposes. I will be completely transparent and say, yes, I am trying to, if you would like to sign up, you absolutely do not have to sign up. If you do sign up, I would really appreciate you putting my email in as your referrer because both of us would get an extra $50, where if you sign up without a referral, neither of us get $50. So it would be great for both of us to get $50. So NativeCamp is typically, instead of Chinese students, it is Japanese students. And a big difference between VIP Kid and NativeCamp would be that you are teaching adults. And I didn't really think about the differences, but there are quite a few. First, I want to go over general requirements. First of all, you do not need a college degree with NativeCamp. You are seen as a tutor. You are not seen as a teacher, I don't believe. Therefore, you do not need any kind of degree. You simply need to be a native speaker. They do give you a proficiency exam for English, and anybody who is a native speaker of English can pass this with no problem, unless you are extremely intoxicated or on drugs, maybe, and you're just hitting buttons. Anybody who speaks native English will pass this. Typically, the teachers for NativeCamp were from Philippines, which is why there is a proficiency exam. However, I believe there was a typhoon or tsunamis, which affected a lot of the teachers in the Philippines. So they are looking for teachers, just native speakers. Yes. So the application process for me took less than 24 hours. I clicked on the link, which I will leave below, entered my information along with my referrer's email. It was a super fast application, simple questions. It kicks you to the proficiency exam, which I did no problem. It is timed. It's really no problem. It's not anything, like, don't study for it or anything. You just take it. It's super easy. And then it kicked me to something called a demo lesson, which if you did work for VIP Kid, you would be familiar with that. However, I didn't do it. They don't really seem to care if you're a native speaker. I simply logged out because I wasn't prepared to give a demo right then. I was wearing like a hoodie, and I didn't really know the process, so I just logged out. And when I logged back in the next day, I had just gotten pushed through. And I have no reason to believe that it would be the same for anybody else. I know that afterwards, I did hear from others who are also NativeCamp tutors or teachers that it is the same way for them. So the entire application process for me was less than 24 hours. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. I was making around $12 a lesson with VIP Kid. I did take a pay cut. I am going to be making, I think, about 8.25 a lesson with VIP or with NativeCamp, which is less, but you still really have control over your own schedule. You either open slots, you don't open slots. It is set up very much like VIP Kid. If you did work for VIP Kid, you will recognize just a lot of how different things work. Another major difference between VIP Kid and NativeCamp. With VIP Kid, if you did short notice slots within 24 hours, you got paid more. With NativeCamp, it's less, substantially less. You would be making $6 an hour. It's $3 a lesson, which is so horrible. I don't do it. I don't do it. But their position is that it's a good way to, it's guaranteed lessons, first of all. So you're guaranteed money, albeit $3, but whatever. But they see it as a way for you to build your clientele and to get your regulars booking with you for your booked classes. That being said, I opened my slots as soon as I was hired, and less than 6 hours later, my whole first day was, I opened a whole bunch with the VIP mentality that open a whole bunch and you might get one or two. No, don't do that. Because you might get them all booked. So I got 4 booked, which is kind of a lot for my first time being a completely different system, but we'll see how it goes. That being said, I have not taught a class yet. I will make another video. My first classes are on Tuesday. It is Friday, December 31st. So I will make another video on Tuesday and let everybody know how it went. The videos that I have seen, that it's gone well. The classes that you would teach, they are either just free conversation where the student picks the topic, and if they don't have a topic, then the topic is kind of up to you. They do have some great resources. Once I was hired and once I went onto the platform, they do have resources for you to look at and videos to watch, which I absolutely recommend for everybody that starts working with NativeCamp to look at so they feel better prepared. The textbooks, if they're doing actual lessons, the textbooks are supposed to pop up automatically when you enter the classroom. And instead of hitting a start button like at VIP Kid, you just hit the standby button. You're supposed to be in the classroom at least 5 minutes prior. And if you are not on standby at the start of class, that is seen to be you are late, which is obviously a very bad thing. It is very similar to VIP Kid. You have a profile where you share some things about you, as well as an introduction video. All of those things I think are pretty standard. Another big difference that I found in VIP Kid, it was children. In Japan, and since I live in Japan, for those who might be seeing this and do not live in Japan, Japanese people really do have a really firm grasp with reading and writing. So if you're out and about, most of the time people can get what you're saying, and if not, you just kind of write it down and they'll understand, because they do understand written English, and they can write back. That being said, you use your chat box a lot. They desire for you to write down whatever they're saying and then correct it to show the difference between what they're saying and then the correct saying, and it goes on like that, which I found to be very interesting, a little different, but you can cope. I also talk with my hands. I still do a lot of TPR for VIP Kid teachers. They do suggest that, especially with children. Most of the lessons are with adults. You might get some kids. You do not have to do rewards, thank goodness, because I really did not enjoy doing that with VIP Kid. What else? Please, if you have any questions, feel free to ask below, and I will respond as soon as I can. You can message me. I will be posting this with a post on Facebook, so feel free to message me any questions you might have. I will be absolutely happy to answer. Oh, payment. How do you receive payment? You have to sign up for something called Payoneer, which is very similar to PayPal. You link one of your bank accounts to it, and you can get it sent straight to your bank account. So it's easy peasy. I have read online, people are like, oh, well, I've heard people can get scammed, blah, 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 blah. It's the same as anything else. If you, it's like getting the Amazon or the PayPal messages that are like, click this link, and don't click the link. You know, if you get emails such as those, what I personally do is I will go to the site directly and sign in, and all the time, if there's some kind of notification or something they need, it's in your account. So I always just delete emails and don't kind of go down that phishing expedition. But Payoneer is an actual platform. A lot of different companies use it online. It is safe so long as you make good decisions. But that is how we are paid, using Payoneer. They officially say that you get paid $9 per lesson, but it's because of the Payoneer fees that you get paid technically less. So it is $8.25 to $8.50, I believe, per lesson. So that's still $16.50 to $17, which when it's completely on my time, I can't really argue with that. It's, you know, anyway, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment below, send me a message on Facebook. Yeah, that's it. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.